Judges' decisions in MMA are supposed to bring clarity, but sometimes they only bring chaos. Tonight, we're diving into the loudest decisions in UFC history, the ones that left fans screaming, analysts baffled, and fighters questioning the sport they love. From controversial scorecards to outright robberies, these are the fights that still spark debates years later. Let's count down the top 5 most controversial decisions in UFC history. Starting off at number 5, we have Jose Aldo versus Marlon Vera. This fight was a pivotal moment in both fighters' careers, and it ended in a decision that left fans divided. Aldo, the former featherweight king, showed flashes of his legendary striking and footwork early in the fight, landing crisp combinations and controlling the pace. However, Vera, known for his durability and relentless pressure, began to turn the tide in the later rounds. He increased his output, landing heavy shots and even scoring a knockdown in the final round. When the scorecards were read, Vera won by unanimous decision, and the reaction was mixed. Some fans argued Aldo did enough to win the early rounds with his precision and defense, while others believed Vera's aggression and late-round dominance earned him the victory. This decision wasn't a clear robbery, but it was controversial enough to spark debates about scoring criteria and how judges weigh early-round performance versus late-round momentum. At number 4, we have Georges St-Pierre versus Johnny Hendricks at UFC 167. This was GSP's last fight before his hiatus, and it ended in one of the most controversial decisions in UFC history. Hendricks came out swinging, landing heavy shots, and even taking GSP down at one point. Many fans and analysts thought Hendricks did enough to win, especially after he battered GSP in the later rounds. But when the scorecards were read, GSP walked away with a split decision victory. The backlash was immediate, with fans and fighters alike calling it a robbery. Dana White was so upset, he even said Hendricks deserved the win. This decision was so controversial, it sparked debates about judging criteria that still go on today. Coming in at number 3 is Holly Holm versus Ketlen Vieira. This fight was a head-scratcher for sure. Holm, known for her precision striking and movement, seemed to outclass Vieira for most of the fight. She landed cleaner shots, controlled the distance, and even defended Vieira's takedowns effectively. But when the scorecards were read, Vieira won by unanimous decision and the MMA world erupted. Even Holm looked shocked. This decision was so controversial, it reignited calls for better judging in MMA and left fans wondering how the judges saw it so differently. At number 2, we have Jan Blachowicz vs. Magomed Ankalaev at UFC 282. This fight was for the vacant light heavyweight title, and it ended in one of the most baffling decisions in recent memory. Ankalaev dominated the later rounds with his grappling and striking, while Blachowicz had his moments early on. When the fight went to the scorecards, everyone expected a clear winner, but instead it was declared a split draw. The crowd booed, and even the commentators were stunned.
This contest is declared a split draw.
And finally, at number 1, we have John Jones versus Dominic Reyes at UFC 247. This was supposed to be Jones's toughest test at light heavyweight, and Reyes delivered. He pushed Jones to the limit, landing clean shots and even rocking the champ. At one point, many fans and analysts thought Reyes did enough to win, especially in the early rounds, but when the scorecards were read, Jones won by unanimous decision and the backlash was instant. Social media exploded with fans calling it a robbery, and even Dana White admitted it was a close fight. This decision was so controversial, it fueled debates about Jones's legacy and whether he truly deserved the win. The top 5 loudest decisions in UFC history. Which one do you think was the worst? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more UFC content. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.